Hello guys, what's up? We are today in another episode of Boom Arena and today we're gonna be pushing 3800 medals using this Brute Mother Skeleton Mana Collector deck. This deck is very asymmetrical. Like previously, I don't recommend it for a prolonged ladder pushing because you'll get many bad matchups, but also many good matchups as well. This deck is very good for best of 3 duels because if you know your opponent, for instance, will go a deck you will counter, so like it won't have a good response to Mana Collector or Mother Skeleton, so for instance, if your opponent has wasted a poison, this deck is absolutely a good choice. So without further ado, let's jump to some gameplay and show dominance in Boom Arena ladder. And in the game number 1 we are going against RT, 575 medals, throw a nice play as a good mannerism, and we were gonna cycle Madness as our first play because there's apparently nothing better to do, and it's gonna surprisingly pay off as he's playing Faun Barrel on the tower. That's convenient for us. Well, I don't wanna question good things, but so far it looks like RT is gonna be playing some kind of bait, and against bait you want to keep bullets against a bomb girl on offense, and you want to defend barrels with troops. So this trade-off was already good for me. I'm gonna play Brute in the back since he's not doing anything. I might as well do this, and we're gonna start playing video games. There's a cool trick that I've learned recently. If you play Brute and your support in the back at 9, it's gonna spawn the spawns, so like Mother Skeleton will spawn skeletons and Mother Devil will spawn devils. Once the Brute reaches the bridge, it's gonna be already good to go. So right now he's gonna be defending with Dark Knight, so that's gonna be a thing we're gonna have to look out for. He's gonna be playing Dark Knight against us, and right now he's gonna be playing Faun Barrel, and he's gonna be tanking for his gunner, which was very smart play. He's gonna take his damage back after this counter push, but right now we have a very important information, and that he's playing a Dark Knight, and believe me or not, this is very nice for us because right now we can just do the perfect strategy to counter his pushouts, and the perfect strategy to counter Dark Knights is gonna be to play on both sides. So he's gonna actually give up this hit, which I didn't expect him to give up, so that's gonna be funny in a way. And right now we're gonna play Brute behind our Mother Devil, and what we're gonna do now is play Longsword and basically try to apply pressure on the opposite side as well, so he will have to choose on which side to put a Dark Knight. It looks like he's gonna actually have no troubles defending, so we're gonna just set up another Mother Skeleton, another Brute. He's gonna play even Flying Bomb, so he's like dead set on playing some aggressive stuff. I'm gonna play a Longsword to snipe a bomb tower, which didn't pay off. So yeah, right now we'll have to change our plans, and it's gonna be playing Brute first, and this time he's gonna actually give us the benefit of playing it here. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not very good. Oh, we absolutely choked that one. I know what happened. So our phones got blitzed, and with that being said, I didn't respond to this Faun Barrel properly. Alright, that's gonna be a loss as the first game. It happens sometimes. Let's jump to the next game. Alright, game number 2 will be against Zero Medal player, who's gonna probably have some emotes in his name, but since, yeah, this font doesn't support emotes, so this is gonna be a Zero Medal free square player. He's gonna be playing Super Ape as well. The comment about the previous game, I think the play was to play Brute first and then Mother Devil, to just play two Brutes at the same time, because that's the thing that Dark Knight players have problem with, to choose whether to play Dark Knight on the left side or on the right side, and we just conveniently gave him opportunity to always play Dark Knight on the correct side, because, well, there was no second Brute. And with that being said, he was having very good time against our attacks, and that's not something we want to have against our opponents. Especially with beatdown, you actually want to try get your opponent as not comfortable as possible and realize your plan at the same time. So that was a little blunder. In the meantime, I'm gonna play a mana pump and force him to respond. It would be very nice of him if he were to use a flying bomb, and he's gonna use a flying bomb, so now the best play is gonna be a Brute in the back. I could have also all-in'd him with Mother Skeleton in the back, but I think this plan is actually better, because I'm gonna use a second flying bomb for defense, and against 2.6 Super Ape players is kinda counter-intuitional that to bait out spells, but on the same time, the more he doesn't play spells, the less Super Apes will he play in the duration of the game. So right now he's gonna be playing Super Ape, that's fine by me. I'm gonna just play Long Sword right here, and I have a one pump down already, so I'm gonna play Brute in the back, obviously play Fawns for that, and right now I can play Mother Skeleton on the left side. In hindsight, I should have played Brute on the opposite side, so I won't give him a bomb value, but he didn't take it, so it really doesn't matter. It's just these tips that you can use against better players. And right now we're gonna just go, because pushes or on either of our sides are strong. Right now Longsword transfers to the left, which is gonna be absolutely lethal, and we're gonna take this game home. So against 2.6, you usually want to push both sides and just try to not die in single mana, because if you die in single mana, you pretty much cannot come back. They will just camp and somehow defend. Let's jump to the game number 3. Alright, so we are in the game number 3, and our opponent will be another zero medal. Let's see if I were fast enough with Fawns to counter both sides, and I was. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. This is the very hard timing. You have to have very fast reaction for that to work out, but I ended up succeeding this time. Also, I'm gonna just perfectly defend this pressure, and without Digger in cycle, I think I'm pretty safe to play Mana Pump, and by him playing Flying Bomb, I think he's gonna be playing some kind of Digger control, so I don't have to worry about Piercing Archer. And I'm gonna try to just hold the bullets down in case he splits his Bone Blasters again. I'm gonna try to catch them both. And yeah, let the game play itself. I'm gonna play a Long Sword to deny this Steel Hammer faster. I think playing Madness will come in handy. Actually, he defended it pretty well. The Brute was already damaged, and right now he's gonna sacrifice the Bone Blasters, so that's gonna be very good for us, because with that being said, I can just set up another Mana Collector. And with Mana Collector against Digger, the thing is, you want to set up it always in between towers, because even if you don't catch the Digger, both towers will get value by damaging this Digger, so that's a very uncomfy position for Digger players, and right now he's gonna be just forced to play a Flying Bomb against it, because he knows Digger won't get any value. And yeah, I'm gonna be playing Mother Skeleton here. He's gonna try to counter-attack, that's fine. I'm gonna just trade my devils here in the middle. And right now I'm gonna just proceed to attack him violently. So this longsword will get mad. This steel hammer will die. I'm gonna actually play another brute just for the sake of bigger push, and I think that's already a good game because he pretty much cannot stop that push out. And yeah, he was playing well, but in the end it was us who took the W. I'm gonna play on the opposite side. He's gonna counter it, but it was just mana he needed on the right side. And with that, I think we can just comfortably take this game. Very well played out of him, but yeah, we're gonna take the win and move to the game number 4. Another zero medal player. I don't want to say I'm kinda annoyed, but in this video I kinda wanted to play some more content. Players, zero medals usually aren't good. Obviously there can be some good players sitting at zero medals just opening their accounts, but it's very rare. And yeah, my opponent will be opening with Mother Skeletons, so I presume it's gonna be an interesting game already. I'm gonna play Madness, and my longsword won't get an effect, which is bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, it was bad. This one could have been way better, but it wasn't, so right now his Mother Skeleton will just live. It's gonna spawn more skeletons. I'm gonna have to take this damage because if I'm ever breaking through Dark Knight, I need those pumps. This is pretty much my win condition. Most decks use their spells as a way to break through a heavier setup. I'm using pumps, so that's a way to put it. I'm gonna play a brute in the back and set up another push. Very likely he's gonna be playing Mother Skeleton on the lane I've played the brute just now. And I have nothing against it because it's a good play. Also, I'm gonna ignore this Faun Barrel. It may bite me in the future, but right now I'm just banking on this push to work. So I'm gonna play a longsword, I'm gonna play devils, and I'm gonna play effect on everything. And if I can eliminate his Mother Skeleton, it's gonna be fine. And right now he has to play Dark Knight for that because the skeletons will get some value. Like that, and actually it wasn't a best trade-off for us, but it wasn't the worst either, so I'm not pissed about that. I'm gonna play Fons again. He's gonna actually try to predict my... He's gonna try to predict my troop defense, which was very smart of him. And right now we're gonna just play brute in the back, follow it up with Mother Skeleton. We're gonna defend with devils, and yeah, he's gonna be pushing as well, so very smart play out of him. I'm gonna be playing some defenses right now, hopefully take this Dark Knight. I'm gonna kite it all over, and right now I'm having a attack by myself. It's not maybe the most impressive attack you have seen in your life, but it is something at least, and right now we are gonna just try to overwhelm him. This longsword will obviously die to bomb tower, but he didn't have mana for either next cards, and it ended up being a good game. Careman, good game, well played, but unfortunately I'm gonna be taking the dub. Let's jump to the next game. Alright, another game, another zero medal. I'd really love to play against some higher rated players, but it just ladder, man. It gives me worse players. Also, this first game I've recognized my mistake, but it was too late. It was just a bad hand. I cannot do anything about it. Actually, this man is gonna be playing exact our deck, so it's gonna be fine for us to just take a all-in approach. I'm gonna cancel these ones, and I was hoping for this longsword to kill a mother skeleton, but she spawned the skeletons just in time, and I believe he's gonna be actually ahead after this exchange. If this mother skeleton were to die, I would be up, but unfortunately it's gonna be the other way around, and we're gonna have to come up with some plan. Actually, he's gonna be only 1 mana up, as most people play their pumps at 10, which is the, well, optimal play. And right now we're gonna see what his plan is. I'm gonna play Mother Skeleton in the back on the same side as his pump is, and he's gonna be playing Mother Skeleton on the bridge. A very interesting call, to say the least, and I think with that being said, I can just all-in him and win the game here. Yeah, there we go, Longsword is dead, he has no more spells, so it's gonna be just lethal, and we're gonna be taking this tower, probably this pump, and with that the game. I'm gonna just get rid of them. I could have allowed Mother Skeleton to finish it, but it wasn't enough. I needed to keep the timing. I could have pumped right here, but I want to play a Mother Skeleton into his Mother Skeleton to just eliminate all risk. Right now he pumps, which is bad play. I mean, it is kinda correct, but I think as a general rule of thumb, you don't want to pump when you're attacking, so I'm gonna deem it a little mistake out of him. Right now I'm gonna just play another Mother Skeleton to just really spawn some skeletons, and with Madness it's gonna be pretty much unstoppable right here. So, good game, well played. We're gonna jump to the next game. Alright, this time we're against a opponent which has not have 0 medals but 5, so some progress, I guess. He's gonna be called Apma Kujla, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Probably I'm not. Let me down in the comments how you would pronounce it. And I'm gonna take a very positive trade, taking 1 hit as well. Like, you pretty much cannot stop it against Super Ape. It's way better to take mana advantage with these type of decks compared to taking perfect defense but overspending. So right now I'm gonna take a perfect defense because he gave me the opportunity to, unless he spends all of his mana to get this hit. That's actually very fine by me because right now he has spent a lot of mana to get this hit, and he will need way more of it to defend that push. And by the looks of it, he has no mana to defend that push, and with that I'm gonna be taking the tower. Which is obviously a positive thing for me, not for him. He should have saved it, but yeah, he's gonna give up, understandably. Let's jump to the next game, I believe number 7. Alright, finally some good opponent. We're gonna be facing Strefolojob, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. He's gonna be 734 medal player who will open against us with Apes, which is his win condition of choice, and we're gonna figure things from that point on. He's gonna be playing Necromancer into my Swarms, and he's gonna be playing EQ, so by the first looks he's gonna be having a pretty decent matchup against us because he will be able to constantly pressure us, and he will also save his earthquakes for pumps. So right now I'm gonna just take this opportunity to take some damage and play a Mother Skeleton with Brute. So right, he spent 6 mana to attack that, and I'm gonna try to spend more on attack to make it value. And if I kill this Necromancer, it's gonna be actually good game. This Mother Skeleton is gonna be also spawning some, so I'm gonna get some damage back. But most importantly, I'm gonna get a lot of mana advantage which I can obviously capitalize by using Mana Collector. Frankly enough, Mana Earthquake should not give pump 2 spawns, but it does somehow, some way, so I'm gonna just capitalize on that anytime it's gonna be possible. Also, he's gonna be playing apes into my Mother Skeleton again, which is just not the best financial decision, but who am I to question that? I'm gonna play a longsword with that. It seems like I'm stalling my push, but in reality I'm just stacking more troops, and right now he pretty much cannot stop that. He plays the Explorer, finishes my skeletons, but it's just not enough. I'm gonna be playing right now some swarms. I think it was actually a mistake because right now he's gonna he's gonna get a push out, and if I don't do anything with that, he's gonna get a tons of damage with apes. Fortunately though, it wasn't that bad. Also he uses bullets, which is the play I don't understand, because he wants me to have swarms for his necromancer to get value eventually. So yeah, I'm gonna just try to finish the game right now. If I fail, like, it's not a biggie. Although it looks like he's gonna get a 3 start in a moment. If my longsword... Oh, actually it will get 3 start. Alright, so that's gonna be a game against more experienced player. He had a decent matchup, but it is always hard to defend these very strong brute pushes. Let's jump to the next game. Alright, so game number 8, I presume, will be against user 283,109. I try to pronounce it as good as I can, but it may just be still wrong. I'm gonna try to hold these bone blasters, because once they connect they will do a lot of damage, and I've used bullets, so I had to be pitch perfect. Also, he's gonna be using a Mana Collector, so it's like a prime opportunity to just go in and take this tower. And with that being said, he still has to counter the troops I've placed down. I really want this Mother Skeleton to spawn, but it was just too late. Also, he's gonna stall my devils for no reason, and with that being said, I'm gonna just play brute and win the game on the spot, because if he has... Okay, he's gonna have a response to my devils, which is like stalling forever. Gotta love to see it. If he will... he's gonna play Ghost right now, so like, he's right now just stalling, inevitable. At some point I'm gonna just break through and kill him, and this longsword is just connected. He has no mana, there's no escape, and that's gonna be the game number 8. Let's jump to the next one. Alright, so we're gonna be up against Mr. Emote, which I've said I pretty much cannot see with this font chosen in the game, so we're gonna be just calling you Mr. Square. He's gonna have 10 medals, and very likely he's gonna be playing Super Ape Cycle, because it was his first play. Alright, and since we've got a pump and he didn't respond to that yet, I'm gonna just play Brute in the back and hope for the best. I can also follow it up with Mother Skeleton, but this time I'm gonna follow it up with Longsword, so he doesn't get a value out of Gunner and Mother Skeleton. And right now we can actually play Mother Skeleton. I don't mind giving up. Okay. I was doing this all epic speech and commentary for him to just give up. Let's jump to the last game of the video. And we are back. Saving probably best for the last is gonna be the highest rated of this game, Lord of Pain G4, who's gonna be at 1400 mels, looking to take some for us, but we are having a very solid brute deck to compromise this. Also, very cool trick, devils actually don't score that bad against T-Rex on defense. Like, you've seen me actually doing a bad job with them, but I believe you can actually split them in some smart way to get the value out of them. I don't know. Anyhow, he's gonna be playing 2 spells against my pump, which is a play against a pump, but it still gives me this 1 mana advantage, which I'm gonna take, obviously. And he's gonna be playing Dark Knight Faun King, which is a deck, certainly. And with that being said, I'm gonna just try to stop his push out at the bridge, as well as he tried to do with mine, but yeah. Only one of us can survive, and it's gonna be me, with Mother Skeleton dealing 2 hits on the tower. It's gonna be okay. Okay, Skeleton gets a hit, that's also fine. Right now, I think we pretty much need to wait to double mana, because otherwise we're gonna be just trading into this 12 mana combo, which we pretty much cannot stop. I'm gonna be playing Mana Pump here to get some mana advantage. He has used Digger and Bone Blasters against my bullets, so I've taken some small advantage. He's gonna be actually playing very aggressively, so I think he kinda panics. I think if I were to give a matchup to anyone in here, it's gonna be his matchup, but he panics for whatever reason, and that gives me the impression that he kinda fears my deck. And with that being said, I'm gonna just act like he has something to fear, and I'm gonna be pressuring the opposite lane. Let's see if it's gonna work out. I'm gonna actually play a Mother Skeleton here, spawn some minions. I'm gonna try to actually counter both lanes perfectly. Right, so since we have a time, I'm gonna take it to play another Mana Pump. He actually didn't make a best job of defending my push on the left side, so I'm gonna just repeat that, try to get the same success, and yeah, this longsword will be dead. So this attempt was a failure. I will have to play a Brute late to stop him from taking my tower. He's gonna actually, oh my god, he's gonna take so much value out of this Brute. That's unfortunate reality of situation. I'm gonna have to take some damage here. And right now I'm threatening to go in with that, but I'm gonna actually go in on the other side, and probably he knew that, but still it's gonna be very threatening situation for him, because once this Brute connects, it's just game over instantly. And there we go, GG, well played. It was a very nice feeling to end the episode with a good opponent. He played it very well. Like I've said, I think he had a matchup, but he didn't know how to conclude it. Alright, and with that being said, we are at 3,800 medals, which, well, as always, will put us in the lead of the leaderboards. It's gonna take a while to update, but I certainly have earned that medals. And yeah, this deck, like I've said, not the best deck to push on ladder, because it can get bad matchups like this last one. I personally don't like playing these decks, but there are people that enjoy playing Mana Collector and seeing your opponent having no responses. If you're one of them, you can absolutely check this deck. I've also seen variations where you can substitute Madness with Freeze. It's like more all-in type of a deck, but once you get this Freeze, you just instantly win, while Madness just complements it. Also, Madness is just more flexible card. It can be used on offense and defense. Freeze can be, but 4 mana spending on defense is a huge amount. Either way, that's gonna be it from me today for this video. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this type of content, and if you want to see more, obviously, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hopefully I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.